Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. We extend you a very warm welcome. Right on the top of the screen, if you see, there are three things visible. First is that this program is going live on the YouTube channel, and you got to see at the rate ICSI India live. If you just see at the rate ICSI India Live, you will straightway reach on the program which is going on at present on the YouTube. That is something very important, which I would request each one of you. Please take care of it, go through that, and you would reach the live telecast, which is NRIs for tourism, education, and service industry. The second on the top, after the YouTube live channel, you can see International Chamber for Service Industry. And the third logo, which you can see on the right on the top, you would be happy to know that we have got the patent and we have got the trademark, we got the permission, we got the right, and Digital Inspirational Lab has now been registered. And this is making education and skills relevant. So, ladies and gentlemen, from finishing school, we are moving to Digital Inspirational Lab in a completely, totally in a dedicated way where information technology, AI, and its application, whether through apps or at tech platforms or different web portals, we would be reaching out and we'll be ahead of times. That's the way we have to talk about. With regard to our brothers and sisters across the globe, those have gone and those are in education ecosystem, those are in skills providing, or those are in tourism, hospitality, airlines, travel agents, tour operator, tourist transporters, tourist excursionists. We have got in India, like you have got Tour Operators Association, Travel Agents Association, Tourist Transporters Association, Hoteliers Association, Guides Association. Similar way, we have got our teachers, our educators, our scholars and skill providers association now in India, and that is FEAST, Forum of Educators and Skill Providers for Tourism. So, ladies and gentlemen, with these words, let me take you to Canada. This is something very interesting which my team found. I'm grateful to all of them. The research team has got it. The fastest growing industries in Canada by revenue growth, that's in percentage form in 2023. Down below are the two websites, and they have given over here the percentage. Travel agencies in Canada, 28.3%. Semiconductor machinery manufacturing in Canada, 20.9%. Automobile wholesaling in Canada, 18.4%. Scheduled air transportation in Canada, 15.2%. Hotels and motels in Canada, 13.1%. E-commerce and online auctions in Canada, 11.2%. Movie theaters in Canada, 10.5%. Semiconductors and other electronic components manufacturing in Canada, 9.6%. Full service restaurants in Canada, 9.5%. And cannabis production in Canada, 8.4%. And that is being given the chart through these two articles. They are quoted over here, and there's a source. As far as India is concerned, there are 12 champion sectors which have been given by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, and initially Ministry of Commerce and Industry, when they sent across the proposal to Prime Minister's office. 5,000 crore was given initially. That I'm talking about February 2018. And recently, this year, once again, a huge funds have been given for this. On the right side, if you see, our chamber is working for the service industry. On the left-hand side, there are 12 champion sectors. We have shortlisted and selected the areas in which we are working. Artificial intelligence in service industry, tourism, hospitality, aviation, medical tourism, film tourism, spiritual tourism, rural tourism, wellness tourism, MICE tourism. That's your meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibition. Education and research services, tourist transportation services. Now you would say, how are you giving it? When air transport, rail transport, cruise transport, and surface transport, all that takes care of. In India, you would be happy to know 3,500 coaches have been dedicated to the private sector. They can use it, they can sharpen, develop, poster, interiors, whatever they want to do, they can do. They can hire from the IRCTC, and that can be utilized for tourism promotion. Media entertainment services, professional and personal skills services. Then at the same time, environmental related services, cyber security services, and also some more my team has found. They continuously keep doing the research work. They have come on customer experiences management, digital transformation in services, design thinking for services innovation, service quality and standards, data analytics for services improvement, service innovation and creativity, managing services operation, services marketing and branding, managing services recovery, ethical consideration the service in the service industry, cross-cultural services management, and future trends in service industry. Ladies and gentlemen, you would be happy to know from Monday onward, today is Sunday, from tomorrow onward, the complete strategy of ICSI is changing. Every evening at 8 p.m., you will have a special program. There are 6 working days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 days when you talk about tourism, hospitality, aviation. Then again repeat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, tourism, hospitality, aviation. Sunday, we have got 3 programs: morning 9:30, 7 p.m., and then 8 p.m. with the NRIs. And what we are going to talk about, nothing what is existing in theoretical form, we are moving ahead of that, that the education got to move with the skills, with the technology, with artificial intelligence and future trends, where the practical part has to be talked about. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's move to Canada today, making education and skills relevant, and discuss with our friends. I wish to share with the global family that we have come with this program now, which is going on 1,986 webinars, which we started on 25th of March. With these words, join me in extending a very warm welcome to our distinguished guest. Those are joining us all the way from Canada, and they are with us. We are with the non-resident Indians, and we are going to talk about what exactly is happening in the service industry, what's happening offshore, and how. With these words, let me extend a very warm welcome to CPS Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji and Shri Vikas Malhotra, the Tourism Strategist Canada. And with these words, let's take on today's program. Floor is yours, audience is yours, world is yours. Take on the floor. Let's start the deliberations. Both of you can decide who comes first. For me, everything is acceptable.
So, Vikasji, should I go ahead?
Why don't you start?
Yeah,
Vijayji, I've been starting for the last couple of weeks, so floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Certainly, it's good that I start today first, because there is something I want to say based on what Dr. Sharma has shown about Canada and link it with what is going to be done from tomorrow, that is Monday, relating to the aviation industry. If people who are watching this show right now have observed the fastest growing industry in Canada, he has given sector wise, and he was has given certain percentages, and I was just totaling the percentage of the travel and tourism 29%, the restaurants 12%, which became 41, and then 13%, which is 42. Another 9% was for the restaurants, and one more was related to the hospitality. So 60% of the total growing industries in Canada are in travel and tourism. And Vikas ji, there can't be a better person on this program other than you, who represents the travel and tourism sector. And let's let the viewers on this program know about what we can do. So that's the first thing I want to say. And travel and tourism itself is a big industry, and 60% of that is growing in Canada. So people who want to know about that should start the attending the program from Monday, 8 p.m. that is being done for hotel, travel and aviation industry in Canada, where they will learn about the industry and then they can prepare themselves for coming over to Canada, because that is how you understand the industry. And when you come to the program on Sunday, when you and I are there, Vikas ji, then we can discuss about, you can give your insights about the travel industry and various questions that people may have over the week that they have learned. So, the platform that is being given by RCSI is something very unique and very, very thoughtful. That is what I would say, because we have about 12 different sectors that Dr. Sharma had shown on the screen. But the second one was travel. So we are actually giving a lot in that area. So my request to all the viewers and listeners is kindly make sure that attend those programs starting tomorrow on the hotel and travel industry. Now, coming to relating that to the finance sector, that I would like to talk about, always everything boils down to money. So if these industries are doing very well, obviously, in each sector of those four sectors that we are talking about, growing in the travel and tourism industry, each one of them needs the financial services. Now, financial services can be in the form of accountants, they can be in the form of financial advisors, they can be in terms of economists. We need a lot of people here in Canada. And, we can talk about each specific industry, what type of people are required, and that, as we progress in the programs going forward, after people coming to ICSI and going through those weekly programs from Monday to Saturday and learning more about the hotel tourism and aviation industry, they will also be able to link it with the programs that we have here on Sunday. So I am, as a CPA, we are here on ICSI webinar to make sure that we give the full support system to everyone here. So your questions that are given to ICSI will automatically be answered by us. So kindly take your time, make sure which industry. Already there is tourism, aviation, and hospitality. That itself, the whole industry covers three different segments. So decide which segment of the three you would like to be in. Each one of them has their own sector. Like travel tourism is 29%, which was on the top of the growing industries in Canada. Then you have 13% of the restaurants, and nine other two sectors. So decide whether you want to go and learn, but you have to attend all those programs to understand what is hospitality, what is tourism, and what is travel. So at this point in time, I would just say send all your questions after you've gone through every week to info at ICSI, or you can, I would request Dr. Sharma ji to tell us what is the email that should be using for the questions. But that is what would be my start for today. And then now, because we are talking about the 60% of the growth is in Canada in the travel, tourism, and aviation industry, I would now request Vikas ji to link this and go ahead and tell us about this industry. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Vijayji, absolutely, you hit the nail on the 60%. Before I start, I've got two or three very, very valid points to say. I would like to just share a very small story. a 12-year-old boy thinking, I want to run a 100 meters dash race, thinking, I'm so much overweight, thinking what can be done to achieve the gold medal in my school. And that boy turns out to be one of the best athletes in the world. What he did from the age of 12 years, what he did not wait for the right time. There is always, this is the right time. What you're living in the present is your right time. What you can never, never, never tell yourself, oh, I'm going to wait for the right time and then I will start this work. It doesn't happen. So we got to think ahead. We got to think like the world of artificial intelligence is being included in all the industries, tourism industry specifically. We got to think beyond. So, gentlemen, ladies, sisters, brothers, please imagine yourself in the year of 2032, 2035. I'm talking about 9 to 10 years from now. Think what kind of a world you will be living in. Artificial intelligence is the future, which is being included in most of the industries. Tourism being one of the pioneers of using this. That is why there are few apps which has already come into existence. What is happening? That 12-year-old boy has already given an example years ago. Think ahead. So I would like to request our dear audiences, there are few apps. One of them is an app which is a Canadian-based app. It's called Hopper, Hopper. Please log on to that. Please get onto that. You will set some examples. You will get a lot of information how those artificial intelligence is being used by even creating a multi-sector itinerary in matter of seconds. The tourism industry is going to be including that. So we got to see the value in the era that we are living in and what the world is going towards. We got to see where are we heading. And tourism industry definitely is one of those industries who has captured that kind of a vision and is a part of it. I get so much, as I've talked earlier in the past, I get so much inspired to see where our industry, which is in my blood and in my heart, I get so much motivated that I have a full throttle car. And when I talk about the cars, I'm talking about cars like EVs, like Tesla, which I just got one. And what is all that? Where the world is heading? Tourism industry is heading towards the technology being used, captured 100%. We got to understand a couple of things. I've given you one example of Hopper. I also want to give you a website. Please log on to that. It is a forum with 37 countries. The governments come collectively, and those guys are developing an app. It's in the process, will be announced very soon. And hospitality and tourism, with the not only just the framing of the itinerary is going to form, it's also going to generate employment. And imagine, when 37 countries come on a common platform, what's going to happen? Think ahead. The website is oecd.org. O as in Oscar, E as in Echo, C as in Charles, D as in David.org. It stands for the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Canada is one of the 20 founder members to be included. What's happening? Go back to the 12-year-old boy who's thinking ahead. And exactly the same thing has happened over here. Gentlemen, ladies, that 12-year-old boy was our dear Milkha Singh Ji. The man who fought, the man who have seen worst of his life, and the man who still had the vision in his heart. He has been one of the best athletes of the world. Running in the Olympics with a thorn under his feet, at the starting point, never gave up. Still won a gold. He overcame all those obstacles because he was thinking ahead. He was the boy who has seen his family going in a destructive way. He is thinking ahead. Let's pick up these examples. Tourism industry is a very satisfying, very much passionate industry. Dr. Sharma was showing some slides at the starting of the webinar. And if you would have noticed, there was one particular 3 words line which he showed us called medical value travel. If I say to you, hey, go to South India and have that oil dripping massage on your forehead, shoulders, imagine with the closed eyes, what are you going to go through? You're already going to feel a comfort. Oh, I'm so happy receiving that kind of a feeling. What's happening? That feeling is a value that you are going to receive. Tourism industry is a positive, smiling, and a happy industry. Welcome to our world. Let's focus on the artificial intelligence. I'll take the rest on the phase 2. Vijayji, back to you. Dr. Sharmaji, back to you on this.
Thank you. Thank you, because actually Kotamati ji is already down south. Oil is dripping right on his forehead, and he's having a beautiful massage, and he's into meditation, and he's going to give us the idea of the financial management.
Sure. Do you have any questions, or I can always tell about the financial management?
We want to move on. We want to learn. We have got a quest. We are hungry kids. We want to learn more.
Sure.
We want to
So,
learn more.
see, financial management relating to the travel industry is something which I can relate and talk about. People do, if you just Google how much money people spend on travel, they will find that Indians are the ones, even in Canada, who spend the maximum on travel. So, we have to budget our travel, but at the same time, not limit our travel. So let me repeat that again. We have to budget our travel, but not limit our travel. Indians are known for traveling worldwide, and they take the pleasure in traveling. But when you travel, actually, it's not just pleasure. You learn a lot. You learn about the various cultures that are there. You learn about the various economic things that are happening in that place which you visit. So from a financial management perspective, I always say that there is no specific industry that you should be thinking about. Every industry needs, but like I said at the beginning of the program, tourism, travel, and aviation is occupying 60% of that. So make yourself available and knowledgeable in the training that is being given in financial management of these sectors in India or anywhere in the world. We have people on this program all across the world. So wherever you are, you may be willing to come to Canada, or you may be willing to go to another country from the country where you live in, especially because ICSCI, we are based out of India. I would specifically talk about those Indian viewers on our program who would like to come over to various countries in the world. So make yourself financially aware of the type of the subjects or the courses that are required. That let's say the travel industry, find out what is actually, every sector has their own specialization in the financial management. For instance, the travel sector is, they have what is called on a monthly basis, the travel agents actually settle their scores with the credit that they have consolidated. There are very many things that are taught to you about how travel industry works and what is the financial management of those particular things. I would not go into the nitty-gritties of it, but I'm just guiding people who would like to come into this industry. And I would speak for Canada, because if I am talking about 60% of growth in that sector, so decide, like I said, in the beginning of the program that whether you would like to go to, don't say in general the travel industry. Just talk about specifics, say aviation, or I would like to make myself aware of the financial management of aviation sector. Learn about how travel related to the aviation is accounted for or financially managed. Similarly, in the hotel industry, many people do hotel management. Hotel management includes financial management of the hotels, and that is a big sector. 13% of the 60% that we are talking about in Canada is hotels. So, and then of course the travel, which is the biggest one, is 29%. And like Vikasji was saying, there are very many programs coming, and you will be listening more about Hopper as we progress. But that is another way of doing it. So once again, before I hand it over to Dr. Sharma, I would say that certainly attend every day from 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, from Monday to Saturday, the valuable things that will be spoken on the ICSI program starting tomorrow. And back to you, Sharma.
Thank you. Thank you, Vikasji. Your concluding remarks, and thereafter, then we'll close the session. I'll say a few words and then we'll close. Please go ahead.
I've said in the past, let's think ahead, let's move together, be hungry for what you want to do. So we've heard a new era of the world, and that's called as Chat GPT. Now, to think about it, tools like those and tools like the app like Hopper that we spoke about, and then OECD coming on board, and they all are thinking ahead. That will finally do what? That will actually finally add to the multiplier effect of the economy of any place in the world. Tourism industry is using this in a very full geared way, because they know that the future is going to get more and more passengers on board on the plane. They will get more and more, like tourist guides that we spoke about, which has to be employed. And eventually what's going to happen is it's going to give a boost to the financial sector as well. So everything is linked, and travel industry is one of those industries which is always thinking of advance. There was a time when we used to write the tickets by hand many years ago. We used to read the books called OAG, ORG. We used to big, thick bundle books. There's nothing required now. We don't even see those books in print right now. Everything is created in a digital world. Everything is software. What happens? We've seen the transformation. And I must let you know that next 10 years are very, very crucial for the travel industry. Lots of development is going to take place. Lots of positive things are going to take place. And let me inform you, before we go, travel industry, with these help of these tools, will always bring a smile to your heart and face, because you got something to look forward for. Name one human being who does not like to go to another place to see. If I tell you Switzerland, mark my words, have a look at YouTube videos, Interlaken, and close your eyes and imagine you are standing right there. So what is it going to do? It's bringing your mental wellness above. It's going to go higher and better and better. And we will be in a happier world. Thank you so much. See you all next time.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we close the session, let me just recoin, rephrase, and refurbish and repackage so that there is a clarity. From tomorrow, we are starting complete program on YouTube channel @ICSI India Live. ICSI India Live @. This program will go live for 1 hour every day. Monday, let's see that we are dedicating to tourism. Tuesday will come to hospitality. Wednesday, we will come to aviation. Then Thursday, again, we will come to tourism. Friday to hospitality. And Saturday, we'll come to aviation. Sunday, we have got 3 programs. This program is going to be divided into different parts. We'll give you global perspective, all three areas: tourism, hospitality, aviation. From global perspective, we'll come to Asia perspective. From Asia perspective, we'll come to India perspective. 15-20 minutes we will dedicate on that. Then we will straightway dash into artificial intelligence, and we will talk about which are the latest apps globally, Asian wise and India wise. And then we will talk about which are the learning platforms, which are the edtech platforms which are coming up with regard to these three. It is not going to focus only on Canada. Perspective is global, Asian, and Indian. That is the way we are dividing the segment. Now, something which Vikasji made a mention of global GPT. I would humbly submit to you, our chamber has taken a membership. There is a free version also available of Chat GPT. Those are interested to take on. And there is a paid version in India. You pay $20 per month, 20 US dollars per month. That's about 1,800 rupees, 1,800, 1,900 rupees. And that's equivalent to, if you're taking one Wi-Fi connection, you can utilize. But these $20 are giving you 4.5. That means if you're taking free, it is 3 version, 3.5 version. But if you're taking a paid version, it's a 4th version and above that version of Chat GPT. Along with that, if you're interested, you can go on Google Bard also, B-A-R-D, Google Bard. What we would request, we are also starting a new thing. Every day we will hold a contest on YouTube and you will post. We will try and see who comes out with the best artificial intelligence app which can help the humanity. Long time back, somebody started makemytrip.com, but somebody has come with easemytrip.com also. Somebody has come with Travago, Trip, GoAvivo, and IXI Go. There's so many other which are available. Our chamber will now totally talk with technology. Another thing, we are developing a wonderful program for 3 days, which can be delivered online, whether university or college or school. There will be a 2-tier program. One is for the teachers, educators, and this is a capacity building program. The second program would be for students. Whatever they are learning, it should be practical and they should be job ready the moment they step out of their educational institutions. That's the way we are starting the journey from tomorrow. And finally, we would be unveiling on 15th August 2023. Today is 11th of June, 11th of July, and 11th of August. 4 days less than 15th. 15th of August, we will dedicate to nation the concept paper and the vision paper, India Tourism 2047. How would be Indian tourism in 2047 when India would be celebrating its 100 years of independence? Wellness, spirituality, pilgrimage, technology, artificial intelligence, and then, of course, everything clubbed with human intelligence. Thank you very much for joining us today. I convey my deep gratitude and thanks to Vikas Malhotra ji, and at the same time to CPA Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji. We are going to bring in a lot of information, and our chamber has started working now towards this also. What all new is happening, more globally, technology based as far as the service industry is concerned. We'll share that information also with all of you. Thank you very much. Wishing you both a wonderful day ahead in Canada. Stay fit, stay fine, enjoy yourself. Regards to your families and happiness to all the Canadians. And we meet next Sunday again at 8 p.m. with yet another podlock confluence of artificial intelligence with